want to show you some of the great new features of ScoreKeepr 2.5. Two of the great new features of ScoreKeepr 2.5 is the ability to have a baseball and a hockey scoreboard. Today I'm going to show you the hockey scoreboard. So I select hockey as my sport. Because I saved my teams in advance, I'll choose the Rangers and the Devils. Notice that it's automatically set to 20 minutes like a regulation hockey game, but I could set that to any length I want. And because I haven't set the broadcast network, why don't I set this to MSG network? Another great feature of ScoreKeepr 2.5 is the ability to define the scoreboard color. So as you can see, right now it's set to default green, but I could set it to red, orange, magenta, but generally you'll use the bright green because it has the best key on both your TriCaster or production switcher of choice. So let's generate the scoreboard. So as the clock's running, say a few seconds into the game, a penalty is called. One of the great features of ScoreKeepr for hockey is the penalty control area. So say the Devils took a penalty, I could set a minor, a major, or any length of time penalty I want. But watch over here in the stat control. When you choose a penalty, automatically a lower third or a stats bar will be generated. So let's hit a 2-minute minor. As you can see, it switches over to the Devils, gets a player ready, sets it to penalty, and has this penalty area all set. Let's say the penalty was by Brian Giunta. So Brian Giunta took a hooking penalty at a 2-minute minor, and it automatically sets the time into the game for you because it knows this from the game clock. So we can show this on a stats bar. So Devils penalty, Brian Giunta, 2 minutes hooking, 7 seconds into the game. We can also show this on a lower third. Another feature is that we'll now show the penalty time remaining on the scoreboard. So let's hit show. Shows that the Rangers have a 2-minute power play. Let's start running the clock. And you can see the clock and the penalty time remain in sync. So now let's say what happens if the Rangers now take a penalty. Let's stop the clock and see. So say the Rangers take a 2-minute penalty. Automatically it switches to a 4-on-4. So we can say, let's see, Jason Gurwin, that's me. Why don't we give myself a charging penalty? Rangers penalty, 2 minutes charging, 16 seconds. But now it's a 4-on-4. So let's run the clock for a little bit more. Now what happens when the penalties are set to expire? So let's jump ahead in the action. Let's move to 18 minutes. You notice that the clock automatically reduces the penalty time as well, so it always remains in sync. If you wanted to just adjust the penalty time, you could click this button here and reset the penalty time. So let's start running the clock. As you can see, it should be a Devils penalty in about 5 seconds. So automatically, ScoreKeepr shows that the Devils have a power play. And once the Devils power play expires, it will go to full strength, and the penalty will disappear. So that's the first great new feature. Now let's say another few seconds go by, and the Rangers rush up the ice and score a goal. Let's stop the clock, give the Rangers a goal. Automatically, just like the penalty, it gets ready for a lower third. So say I scored this goal with an assist from Sean Avery and Brandon Dubinsky. So now it's ready for a stats bar. Ranger goal by me from Avery and Dubinsky at 2:27. Or again, as a lower third. Some other great features of ScoreKeepr for hockey is the ability to show shots on goal. So I can control shots on goal right here. So say the Devils have 9 and the Rangers have 5. I can show the amount of shots on goal for the Rangers, the Devils, or both teams. I can also keep track of power play statistics. So say the Rangers are 3 for 5 and the Devils are 0 for 1. I can show them both, an individual team, for the broadcast. So the clock keeps on running and the game goes on. So what happens when we hit intermission? You can automatically stop the clock. So say, let's move ahead in the action, 5 seconds left. So 3, 2, 1. Period expires. Let's go to intermission. So you have the first intermission. To get back to the action, you can reset the clock to 20, go to the second period, and you're good to go for the second period. Those are some of the great features you can get with ScoreKeepr for hockey. For more information or to download a free trial, visit us at cgscoreboard.com.